Hey, what's up guys, it's Justin again, and this time I'll be bringing you guys some Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. In this video, I'm actually doing this commentary from my couch. Usually I do it at my desk, but right now I'm being super duper lazy, so I'm just going to do it from my couch. I got the power extension cord plugged into the wall, I got the laptop on my lap, and I'm holding the microphone pretty close to my mouth right now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the class setup first. It's going to be, this is actually a ground war team deathmatch on the level Quarry. And it's going to be a bling class that was recommended to me by another fellow commentator. He's actually from the UK. His name is Nuckenfoob. It's Nuckenfoob. And right here, my aim is very off, so excuse that, please. But he told me to try out the M16 with holographic sight and the silencer, and his secondary, which I actually do like. I don't use it too much in this actual video, but it's the M93 Rafka's akimbo with silencers. Now, I don't really like bling, but in Modern Warfare 2, when I went back to it and played it, enjoyed it a little bit more. I've been starting to use bling classes more often. One of the reasons why I don't like bling is because with all of the blue perks, you can take that perk over if you pick up somebody else's gun. So like, let's say if you have Marathon Pro or Marathon or even Sleight of Hand Pro, you can pick up another person's weapon and still have those perks. However, when you use bling, unless you pick up another bling weapon, it's not really going to do you any good. So let's say like I have the M16 with bling on it right now, but I drop it and I pick up an ACR with a sight on it. I lost the bling perk. So I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't like to use it. And most of the times, the only reason I wanted to use bling was because the secondaries looked better with it. So I don't use the M93 Rafka's in here, but on another video, I'm not going to do the video because I didn't have a very good game, but I've used those secondaries and they're very, very good. So my secondaries were the G18s, akimbo with silencers, but the M93 Rafka's are almost like cheating. It's almost like a primary gun, so you guys should try that out. And thanks, big shout out to Nuckenfoob for recommending that class and always commenting on my videos. And hopefully we'll get together soon. So hopefully we got some things on the horizon. I just got my Pavlo right there. And the only difference between this and regular team deathmatch is that on ground war team deathmatch, obviously you guys know that the score counter goes to 10,000. So, but that's the class right there. If you guys have any questions on that, the setup, my aim's kind of off, but I do have a good score at the end. And the only other thing I wanted to talk about this gameplay is that if you are playing Modern Warfare 2, or if you're playing Black Ops, one of the things you guys have to do is shoot air support down. In this video, I don't even get that many gun kills, but a lot of these guys, they do not shoot the air support down. That's kind of a detrimental thing to their final score, because I go like a pretty good positive score, and they are exactly, I believe they are exactly that much off from the score. So I'll tell you guys about that at the end, but let's go ahead and talk about a few other things I wanted to talk about. As far as the last video goes, I made a video about a Q&A, and I'm going to go ahead and wait on that because I'm going to wait till there's more questions on there so that I can take up a whole video instead of answering questions in about 3 or 4 minutes. I think the next video that I have is going to be a gun game video, and I'll kind of give you guys tips on that. In this video, there's not too many tips, so just go ahead and enjoy the gameplay. But I think one thing that I wanted to talk about, I know a lot of you guys watch these videos and you don't read and you don't like to talk about books, but I thought this was actually a good topic since I finished a book last night, and I've been reading quite a bit this summer, so I'll go ahead and talk about a few of those books. Now, first thing you got to know about me is that I'm not a well-read person. I don't like to read, and there's a lot of books that when I read a book, I want it to be a good one so that I'm satisfied at the end. So I'll tell you about a few books that I've read. I guess I read some of my friends are teachers, like English teachers, so they recommended that I read this book called The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is actually a young adult book, so if you guys have already read it, you probably know what I'm talking about. And strangely enough, I guess this is actually a book that the students in high school read right now. I think it's sophomore and junior level reading. So I would put The Hunger Games at, I would say, an age level of 15 to 18, but I know a lot of my friends that are, you know, older read it too. So, but it's pretty good. I think if you guys have read Harry Potter, one of the good things, I've never read any Harry Potters, but one of the things a lot of people say about Harry Potter is that the author does a really good job of immersing himself in the world. So The Hunger Games is pretty good. I didn't like the ending, but there's 3 books, and I actually read all 3 of them this summer. So there's The Hunger Games, the second one is called Catching Fire, and the third one is called, I believe, Mockingjay. So first one was good. The world, whatever the author, very descriptive. It's very easy to read, and I like that book as well. It reminds me a lot of a book called The Kite Runner. So if you guys have read that book, that's a really intense book. So that's kind of adult themed, and that's kind of some real heavy stuff being dropped down all the time. So I don't, if you're not into that kind of stuff, you probably don't want to read the Kite Runner. But Hunger Games is really good. I think if you guys read it, you'd be satisfied with that. The second one is a really good book too, Catching Fire. I really like that book. And the third one, Mockingjay, is a good book as well. It's kind of weird because all three of the books were really good. They can all stand by themselves as their own work of literature. But I recommend those books. So if you guys are bored and you don't like reading, you'll probably like those books. It's about it's basically about some kids in the future that they have to go and fight and kill each other. So it's pretty violent, kind of like Call of Duty. So you guys probably like that. The second book is kind of a serious book. It's really, really short though, so I recommend that everybody read this. If you follow me on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. It's actually called The Last Lecture. So it's written by a professor, and what it is that you can go online to YouTube, and a lot of you guys probably already have heard about this or know about this already. This guy he was a professor at Carnegie Mellon, and basically what happened was that he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which means you're pretty much going to die, like a 95% mortality rate. And so he made a last lecture kind of documenting his life and how he had his experience and how you should live your life. So I really recommend that book. It's really easy to read. Like, once again, I'm not a really good reader, but it's really easy to read, and I highly recommend that book. It gives you a really good outlook on life, and for a lot of you younger guys and gals, it's one of those books where I think you guys can take a lot away from that book. So it's kind of sad, but in a weird way, it's actually very, very happy too. So read the Hunger Games series, read The Last Lecture, tell your mom or dad to go buy it for you, or if you're a college kid, go buy it before you go to college. But other than that, I went 37-1 with 0 assists. And be sure to shoot down air support. Q&A video is going to be going up soon. But other than that, I'm Justin. Catch you guys later.